Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be covering back mount. This is a position we want to get to in order to control another person and keep ourselves safe. God made us really cool with some weapons that can defend ourselves. Unfortunately, those are all in the front of our body. We don't really have any weapons back here. The great thing is, if I need to stop somebody from hurting someone else or stop them from hurting me, if I can get behind them and control their body, then I'm in a much safer position. So I'm going to show you how to get there today and how to control somebody. All right. So I'm going to be using Micah here today. I'm going to start him in what we call the turtle position. Now there are a lot of ways that we can get to this, but we're going to start with the turtle position. So Micah, if you'll get right here in that turtle position. So say somehow I've knocked him down, he's on the ground, he's trying to get back up. As soon as he gets to this position here, I want to put my chest right on the center of his back and allow my weight to kind of rest here. Now if I leave my legs up here, he's going to start grabbing at stuff, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to start spreading my body out, okay? Now, I want you to go ahead and tense up a little bit because I'm going to drop some weight on you here, okay? From here, I can put my whole body out and I can kind of move around him wherever I need to, all right? This is a drill that we'll work on in class. Please be careful working on this one at home. It's a lot of pressure on the person underneath you. From here, I want to think about doing what's called getting my hooks in, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to this position and I'm going to start wrapping my legs around, probably one at a time, but I'm going to try to drive this heel in between his legs, okay, and do the same thing on the other side. From here, I'm going to dive one hand around here, one hand underneath the elbow. Now, what happens a lot of times here is you overweight forward, and so you fall this way, okay? This is back mount from the side here. What I'm still doing is diving this hand in and doing what's called the seatbelt grip. Now, let me show you as we're sitting up how this looks from the ground. So, Micah, if you'll sit right here for me. And just stick your feet out from underneath you. Great. All right. So from behind him, and move this way a little bit so we're in frame. Thanks. All right. So we're in here, and what I've done is I've taken my heels and I've put them in between his legs here to give me some purchase on his body. What I'm trying to do with my legs is control his hips. You never, ever, ever cross your feet in this position, because then all he has to do is lift up a leg and put it on top of my ankles, and my ankles get locked, and it's terrible. So don't cross your feet in this position. Just pull in and touch your heels together. My upper body is controlling under an arm, over an arm for what we call the seatbelt grip. You can either go with a gable grip here, okay, or you can just grab a wrist. I prefer to grab the wrist. Kind of depends on the size of the person you're dealing with. Now, we can sit here and deal with this, and he can try to fight me. We can lay over. I like to lay over away from this arm here, okay, so that if I need to work something and choke him, I can start doing that, all right? But whether you're this side or just wrapped around him here, this is a better position to be in than most other positions. This is called the back mount. It's really important to be here because he can't do much to you. He might be able to throw a couple elbows to the ribs. As soon as you get that good seatbelt grip, he can't do that anymore. All right, so there's your back mount. We're going to work on a couple of different ways of drilling that and practicing it here in class. I don't recommend you practice this with anybody who doesn't have martial arts experience, because you can damage necks and backs and things. So be careful training this at home. If you've got an exercise ball or something, you can practice spinning on your chest on that exercise ball to get used to moving into that back mount position. Thanks guys, train hard. We'll see you in the next one.